Municipalities are required to have urban emergency plans by provincial statute. They're awful, by the way, and that's the subject of my book, Safer Cities of the Future, but that's another story. All of them, though, advocate a go bag and some a go home bag. And it could be anything. It could be a backpack, could be an old camera case, could be anything. Well, I was interested in this topic in my early 20s in Saskatchewan because the weather is so severe. People would drive to Saskatoon in a business suit and they'd perish. So I interviewed the EMO on what to carry in my car. And in those days, I simply used an Army surplus bag. See what is recommended and see if you want to carry that sort of thing.
I'm going skiing. I'm going to be about 125, 50 miles away from Regina. And one of the things that might happen to me is I might get stranded on the road. In the past 2 years, 40 people have died of exposure or related causes in Saskatchewan. And most of those deaths are unnecessary because all you need to do is take a few things along with you in the car. And to tell me what to take along is Jim Eaton from EMO. What have you got in the bag, Jim?
Well, the first thing you should have, Al, is a shovel, just in case you get stuck in the snowbank.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going out and buy a survival kit, it's a good idea just to go down to the basement and get some of your old clothes and old things that you have down there. And can absorb it is very important if your gas line freezes up.
You put that in the gas tank too.
That's right.
Okay.
And I have a little stove that runs on wood alcohol.
What's that worth? How much?
It's worth $2.95, and
Okay.
you can put a roll of toilet paper in a can, but you might as well buy that.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a container with some things in it.
Oh, you got a chocolate bar?
I got paper towels, a chocolate bar, tin cup for heating snow if you want to make yourself a cup of soup, and some extra flares in there, and a small tin of canned heat.
And an OXO cube? You melt up some snow
That's
and
right.
put... Okay.
And so you'd have something warm to drink if you were trapped in the car during the night.
Mm-hmm.
A paper towel.
Okay.
And then
Let me get my trunk open and put all this in it.
okay.
All right. There.
A couple of orange garbage bags that you could use to identify that you're in trouble, either by putting on the top of your car
On
or
the aerial?
hanging on the aerial.
All right.
And I have an old pair of shoes, 4-buckled overshoes,
Right.
that I carry in the car, and a pair of socks.
What's
and in that one is a flashlight.
Oh, yeah?
I hope there is.
Right.
And this is just old things I had in my basement. That's an old rain. Not much good for wintertime.
Raincoat.
I have an old hunting parker that was down there that I carry in with a hood on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have an extra pair of pants.
Right.
First aid kit.
Right.
And an old balaclava with the pair of wool gloves.
Right. What about candles? I hear you're supposed to take candles.
Candles are all right, and they work quite well, but for the price of that little stove,
You got the
it's
stove.
much better than candles. But you can melt candles up in a can and make a wick out of it, and they work. But the idea is not to have to go out and buy survival equipment, but go down to the basement and raid what you've got down there and put it in a bag, stick it up under the tire, and then if you're in trouble, you've got something that possibly would save your life.
Right. Now, what happens if the people at home say, well, I don't believe Jim Eaton, and they go out anyway and they get stranded and all you've got is your car? What do you do?
Well, you're in a little bit of trouble then, but we've done some experimenting, and you might have to tear your car up a little bit. But for example, this is the headlining, and if you decided you wanted to keep warm or you were going to walk, that's the insulation from your headlining.
From the roof, yeah.
That's you could take and put through your body. There's quite a bit of that in the car, and this is a portion of the headlining,
Mm-hmm.
which you could use, or you could use your trunk mat.
To burn, what do you burn? You can burn something and keep warm.
The upholstery.
Right? This is for insulation.
This is some of the upholstery here.
Right.
And I've got some more absorbent in there because it'll burn.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that would light the fire is your wife's hairspray.
Right.
It'll burn very well, and it'll do to burn the upholstery. or the,
If you happen to have some men's hairspray with you.
that's right,
Right, okay.
both of them. And the rest of it here is just some upholstery we have that I've showed you.
Right.
It will not flame, it smolders, but you can take your air breather off, turn it upside down, put it in the front seat, and or put it on the front floor mat and spray that with hairspray or whatever it happens to be, Sorbit or wood
What
alcohol.
about gas from the tank?
You got to be very, very careful that if you're burning candles or a stove or anything like that in the car, that you have ventilation. And the best way to do is to open the front vent and then open the window about 3 inches, and it gradually get a flow of air up that will keep the fumes out of the car.
Now, by burning this with your air cleaner, you'd try and melt some snow and get some
Well, yes, if you
water,
have something to, you melt some snow and make yourself a cup of soup if you have something like that with you, or hot chocolate, or that I have in my survival kit there.
Okay.
Uh,
Anything else you advise people?
Make sure you've got a spare tire and you've got a tank full of gas, and don't try to get from one point to the other on a low tank of gas, because many places in the country there's no gas service stations.
And don't go out on the highway in a business suit, right?
Yes,
Get yourself
take
a
some
parka.
proper clothes. And if the RCMP tell you to turn back, make sure you don't head out. We had this happen here several years ago where 52 people were warned not to proceed to Moose Jaw, and only 2 of them turned back. The other 50 proceeded on.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.